That bear hits fucking hard. Dunkey's best games of 2023 here. Okay, there you go.
Time doing these, where almost every game on this list came out this year. That's how strong 2023 was for video games. Although like half of them are remakes. Peter. You may know Peter family from Fortnite, but me am on a different level of video games knowing, because I know him from Feed a Peter. At first I thought this game was about clicking a JPEG of Peter, but then you gotta go across the street to the gas station to buy more burgers. Then you hook up the computer to the PeterNet, then you gotta raise Joe's income, then you gotta water the crops, and then you gotta get the gasoline so you can burn the vines to enter the cave so you can buy the $19 Fortnite card. This is a very in-depth Peter game. Pizza Tower reminds me of like a nice pepperoni slice from Fettuccini's. If you love chopping down your times in neon white, Pizza Tower is like neon black. The levels is like the crust, the music is like the sauce, and the morta chicken is like the pizza bone that they put in the middle. If you're gonna make a Nintendo fan game, be smart like Pizza Tower and call the main character Barrio so you can make some money to buy some more pizzas with. Cocoon is the puzzle game for people who get angry at puzzle games. It's also a game that looks and sounds genuinely alien. In a lot of puzzle games, when you get stuck, it's because the game is being a dickhead. When you get stuck in Cocoon, it's because you're a moron. I got stuck like 4 times on this. Mario RPG has enough content for a 24-hour game and then jams all that material into a 12-hour game. Resident Evil 4 is the 7th and 13th Resident Evil game. Because we've seen so many action-packed Resident Evils now, this remake doesn't have the impact of the original, but in terms of execution, this game is just phenomenal. I even went for the 4-hour speedrun to unlock the chicken head and failed.
I'm gonna be honest, this is the one game that I totally cooked the books on, I guess. Okay. Which is that I should have given it more respect, and definitely this is like the one game that I think about. Well, I guess not just this. Alan Wake 2 is another one, and Spider-Man as well. Those are 3 like very solid games, absolute bangers that I should have kept playing, but it was just because like not enough people were interested in it that I stopped, that I quit
miserably. But it was a fun 5 attempts or some shit.
Creepy.
For Alan Wake 2, now there's 2 Alan Wakes, the one from Fortnite and the one from Alan Wake 1. In terms of combat, puzzles, enemy design, this game cannot go toe-to-toe with Resident Evil 4. But Resident Evil 4 doesn't have any musical numbers. Metroid Prime, I've tried to beat this game like 50 times, but I guess this year, this was the time. This game reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 2, where not only is it the best looking game on the console, but it also runs at 60 FPS somehow. Truly though, you played this game for the music.
Hasan, you have not finished a single one of those big games you've been hyped about? Yeah, dude. I think a lot of people forget that like I'm a streamer, right? God, I'm working. Okay, I'm working. I wish for a world where it's like great, and I can do all of that, but sometimes I can't. Okay. Go Alan, well, go broke. Everybody always is like, dude, this is crazy. Why don't you play these fucking games? Why don't you play these games? And then there's like fucking 8 people left in the chat by the 3rd hour of my gaming session. And then they're like, oh, why don't you play these games? Yeah, because it's my fucking job. Also, I did play a shit ton of games. I just didn't play it online, you know? My point is many of the people that claim that they want to watch me play video games will not. And so I don't know why you're
Samurai, Yakuza, Spider-Man, Yakuza, Yakuza 2, Yakuza 3, Yakuza 4,
Yakuza
and Yakuza
so
6.
Wait,
so let me say,
dude, Dunkey went through a Yakuza meta on 2023 as well. Same, son. It's the best. I went through this exact same process as well. And now Felix is going through it too, where it's like, God, it's so good. Yakuza games are trash. No, they're not. The fuck do you mean? Yeah, Dunkey's been on the Yakuza meta for years.
If you're going to play one of these, play Yakuza 0.
Yeah.
But if you already played that one, didn't play Yakuza 7. 2023 is probably the last year I'll be able to beat a game this long again, so it's nice to have picked one where I didn't feel like a dumb fuck by the time I hit the end credits. There's too much combat, too much yapping, but there's also a lot of funniness. Video games need to be more funny. Games are getting too serious out here. We need more funniness out there in games. This game had like 100 funny parts, which is why this is one of the better RPGs you can play.
Wait, there is a mod for Yakuza 7 that turns it from a turn-based to brawl mode. The side quest in that game is very good. Wait, really? Dude, I think brother, respectfully, I don't want to watch you play video games, so I don't watch when you do. It's nothing personal. Yeah, no, exactly. I understand that, chatter. Don't worry. There's a lot of people like you in here. Okay? I get it.
With Mario, you always gotta wonder.
But I can't play the modded version on the Steam Deck. But the thing I was gonna say is, look, I love chat, but unfortunately, chat doesn't have a good understanding of like how this, how streaming, like the side of streaming works. But we're not going to talk about this anymore. Please stop. It's a dictatorship, not a democracy.
I was wondering how many Wonder effects are they going to do on this game, and they did a lot of them. And there was like 3 musical numbers, so Capcom is really going to have to rethink Resident Evil 5 if they want to stay competitive. Street Fighter 6 is fucking garbage. Everyone online plays like the littlest bitch that's ever lived because this game is more defensive than Call of Duty. They only play 2 characters. JP is in this game, Guile is in this game, Hasan isn't in the game. The single player is for people who don't like fighting games. The arcade mode is depressing. There's no voice chat because this game's for cowards. The ranking system is super tedious. There's no unlockables. Everything is gated behind microtransactions, which are more like macrotransactions, and the battle pass for this game is worse than the battle pass from Halo Infinite. Only Nintendo would use the sequel.
Chat, stop trying to debate me on gaming streamings, please. I'm having a really hard time not trying to respond to all of your wrong takes about it. Okay, stop trying to figure out why it's like not working. It's just not. It doesn't for many streamers. There are very few streamers on this website that actually retain viewership and or even grow their community while playing video games. This is just how it is. Okay, unless you're like a OG like Lyric and you've been doing this for fucking 10 years, okay, nonstop. It's not gonna happen. Please stop. It's just like it doesn't work for NMP, it doesn't work for Misgive, it doesn't even work for XQC, really. Like it doesn't work for anybody. It's just, oh my god. That's it. It's like an MMO player switching to fighters, they would lose viewers. Exactly, that's it. Like a lot of people have mains. You don't understand that. There's like not a lot of people who are variety gaming streamers. I don't think you guys understand that at all, but it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I've had this conversation a million times over. But it's just, I keep trying to explain it and people don't understand it and people will never understand it. It's not because it's late in the day. Guys, this community is so allergic to gaming. My community is so allergic to gaming that when I even talk about gaming, people leave. Okay, so just, it's fine, but please stop. I don't want to talk about this any further. It's like the most annoying. It's the most annoying, most like shitty conversation to have over and over again.
Equal to Breath of the Wild as an excuse to remake Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts. In some respects, Tears of the Kingdom feels like a PS5 type sequel where you're really just playing a better version of a game you already liked. On the other hand, this game is ridiculous. It does not make sense how a game this massive is also this polished. In this game, I built this thing, I built this, I built this, I said this, heads up. I said this, good luck. The last game to let me play this creatively was Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild. Only Nintendo would use the sequel to Pikmin 3 as an excuse to remake Pikmin 2 with a dog. Of course Pikmin 4 is the game of the year. Did you really think there would be any other game here? Please, don't be dumb to me. This game is the game. Don't ever question me on this. It's the most relaxing game of the year and the most intense game of the year. I'm not even going to expound on it more than that. Show me a game from this year better than Pikmin 4. You can't. But the actual game of the year is Super Mario Bros. 3?